guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to episode 4 of Bali United, and today it's a big episode because we have two relatively big games. First up, we host Mitra Kukar. It is a derby. It's one of our derbies. It's their only derby in this division that I can see. So that's going to be a big one for the fans. And then we go to Singapore to play, to play Home United in the Asian Confederation Cup. If we win, we can still top the group, which is absolutely huge because they did give us a little bit of a touch-up at our place. Now, before we get to any of that, let's have a look back on what's happened since last episode. There's a lot of games to catch up on and even more goals. We fell behind thanks to some lazy defending at the back post, but Paulo Sergio soon had us level with a great solo effort before giving us the lead early in the second half from the spot. PSIS drew level again due to some poor defensive awareness. Tafiq slipped Ep.4 in behind the defence for his first goal for the club to restore our lead. PSIS would score a third, but Haryadi sealed the points with a neat finish at the back post. So there you go, a goal fest to start things off. We did ride our luck a little bit in this one. It was a little bit of an open game, to be honest. You can see there, match stats, we were just the better team. Match ratings, maybe not so much, but we got the job done in the end. We got there, and then we went and we played our Vietnamese friends Tan Hoa in the Confederation Cup. Spasajevic headed us into an early lead, but the Vietnamese struck back, first with a wonderful strike, and then thanks to some poor defending and a little help from the post. Spasajevic drew us level again with a neat finish at the back post, and seconds later he completed his hat-trick and had us back in front with a sense of deja vu. William Pacheco added a fourth, left unmarked from a free kick. We made really hard work of a game that we essentially dominated here. Spasajevic with a hat-trick, Pacheco with a goal as well. You can see from the match stats, we absolutely dominated the game. We just, gave up a couple of silly goals, which obviously, in the title, they were silly. But in the end, we got the 3 points. Then we went and we played Persebaya, I think you pronounce it, and that was in the league. Spasajevic got us way in first half stoppage time with an incredible free kick. And Haryadi doubled our lead, getting on the end of a Malalafeni cross. Persebaya pulled one back, but we hung on to the points. This was a really good performance away from home to what I suspect is actually quite a good team. It was Spasajevic again, and it was Haryadi that got the goals for us. We were better than the match stats suggested. That being said, Remus, our goalkeeper, was one of the best players on the field, but certainly on the balance of highlights, we were the better team and deserved it. So I was really happy with the result. It was a good, tough win. We kept the score down a little bit as well. You may notice here we started playing with a DM. That was just to try and, because the goal scoring was getting, or goals conceded was getting a little bit silly. So we did make a change there. All right, after this we went and we played Global at home in the Philippine team? I'm not sure, whatever it is, the Philippine team. Anyway, in the Confederation Cup. Melbourne, playing in a deeper midfield role in this one, opened the scoring with a little help from the keeper. He was responsible for our second goal as well, his shot deflected into the back of the net. Paulo Sergio finished well at the back post for our third. Global would pull one back in the second half, but Sergio's second was the goal of the match. We were absolutely ruthless in the first half in this game. Melvin got a goal. I think he should have got the second one as well. Paulo Sergio got a double. You can see here, though, we played Melvin, I can't do that last name, Platje, maybe, in a deeper role in midfield. And look at that. He was, he doesn't look like he had that many key passes, but he was influential. Any highlight we had, he seemed to be in the middle of it. Paulo Sergio obviously was a beast as well. We clocked off a little bit in the second half. They pulled one back, but we already had the match won. And the really good thing is that while we were doing this, Home United only got a draw out of Tan Hoa. So that means we're only a point back. We'll check the tables out in just a second. But before we get to that, we have another league game, this time against Persuru. We fell behind to an early penalty, but came roaring back, starting with a quality finish from Malalafeni. Tafiq gave us the lead with a net buster midway through the half. Ep.4 turned in Malalafeni's cross to extend the lead. He doubled his tally just before the break and completed his hat-trick from the spot just after half-time. Tafik second extended the lead further, but somehow Perseru rallied and came roaring back as the manager began to get very concerned and uttered many swear words. But we needn't have worried, as the comeback only served to set the scene for Miliafeni's magnificent solo effort. I don't even know where to start on this game, to be honest. We almost had to win it twice. They came roaring back in the second half, and it was coincided where I took the DM off to give Tan here some game time. He can only play sort of as a number 10, and they just started ripping us to shreds. They were scoring at will. But in the end, Miliafeni with that wonderful goal made sure we got it 7-5. And believe it or not, this was actually a record score for both ourselves and the league. But Miliafeni with a double, Tafik with a double, Putra with a hat-trick. Yeah, it was not a day to be a defender, this one. Finally, we played Barritio Putra, I think it is, in the league. We fell behind in this one early in the first half, thanks to a good finish and some lazy defending. Haryani drew us level midway through the half with a great finish from a Paulo Sergio cross. And moments later, Spasajevic gave us the lead after Melbourne pounced on a weak clearance and found him in space. In a way, this was a really good sort of what we're looking for, like response to the Perseru game. We were very good defensively, although we did go behind early on. You can see yet again Melvin in that number 10 role, in the deeper role, I should say, was absolutely sensational. Man of the match performance from him. You can see there we deserved to win a game, even though it was tight. It's a really good performance. And if we look at what all that means for the league table, that 7-5 just stands out, doesn't it? We are top of the table. We've only dropped the one game, or the 2 points, I should say, to Bayer Yakara. So we're 19 points, joint top, but we do have a game in hand on those around us, 2 games in hand on some of them. So things are going very nicely, thank you very much. And also, if you look here in the Confederation Cup table, if we were to beat Home United, we would top the group. The way that it's shaping up, because the best place second, the best runner-up also gets out of the group to go into the semi-finals here. If we go down to the Asian zone, all groups. This is it, yeah. You can see, the only team that can catch us is Yangon here. They would, even if we get a point, that would be enough. And I'm assuming goal difference would come into it as a decider as well. So we should anyway, even if we were to lose to Home United, no matter what, be guaranteed second place to get out of the group. But you want to win it, don't you? Just basically, if we're supposed to win the whole thing. So for the sake of my job, we really want to try and win that. Other things to catch you up on, if we have a look at the board here, we have got some data analysis facilities on the way, which is good. I'm hoping once we have that, we can then get a data analysis in. And that would then mean we can kind of see how teams are playing. It will make life a lot easier for us, especially as we go deeper into this Asian Confederation Cup, just to see what's coming. And the other piece of news, if we go to the medical centre, Lily Pally just came back from injury. We were easing him back from his gashed lower leg, and he's done himself a thigh strain. So he's out for a month or 2. So if we sort of middle, let's say 5-6 weeks from here. But that's a big loss, because we're very thin on midfielders, having to play sort of 2 times a week as we are. And yeah, it's not great. It's not great, to be honest. But let's have a look at what we're expecting here as we face Mitra Kukar in the what derby was. Let me get back to the screen I want to go to here. Well, there it is there. It is, if we go to, what do we go to? Club, I think it is, isn't it, in general. Here it is here. It's the Kalimantan Timor derby against Mitra Kukar. So it's a big one. We want to try and get a result here if we can. This is what we're expecting. We are the favourites. You can see they're struggling at the bottom of the table, let's be honest. We were in quite good form. Scouting report, they're an adventurous direct team. So that's fine. We know how to counter that. And this is the team we're sending out. Remus continues in goal. It's Anga Putra, it's Antika, it's Doki, and it's Letsunen as the back 4. It's Setula Bundi. Love the name. He goes as the halfback to try, someone that can drop in. Bit of a ball player. Can drop in and bring it out for these two. Tafik and Batchdom, I'm really enjoying the attacking midfielders dropping back in where they can here. Melvin's, it's worked for him, so we're going to give Batchdom a go here and just see if it works for him as well, because it gives us extra midfield options when we are struggling a little bit right now. Miliafeni and Hiarati, they go down the wings. Ekaputra goes up top. Let's go. So we're matching up formations with them, which is fine. It is what it is. We can, of course, change things in midfield if we need to. The assistant says, do it for the fans. Let's go a little bit of passion. What do we want to say here? All right, let's do it for the fans. Let's go out there, do it for the fans. Some calm, we have faith. And let's go. Let's see what we can do. Hopefully, we have been generally a lot better defensively since we put the DM in. I've got a cat hair up my nose again. The obvious exception is the 5 goals we conceded to Perseru, but like I say, those goals came when we took out the DM and put in a number 10 because I thought the game was won. And I was getting very, very worried, let me tell you, during that game as the goals were flying in against us. Here we go from the corner. Harrier Yadi gets a decent ball in, but it's headed clear. Doki should pick it up. What can we do? It's out there. Hadriati. Deflected ball again. The ball's connected to Doki's foot, isn't it, right now? There we go. Batcham turns into space. It's Miliafeni. He is a goal-scoring machine. It's actually a shame because between him and Paulo Sergio, I think we have 2 of our best players that can only play in the exact same position. But good goal. 1-0. That's one up in the derby. We'll demand a bit more of that. And just nicely worked, wasn't it? Looked for the space, found the space, and had some of that. That is not getting saved at this level. 1-0, 15 minutes gone. Excellent, excellent stuff. A little bit of nerves there. Not quite sure why they're there, boys. Come on. I'll have to show you the dynamics. Things are improving on the team cohesion front, albeit a little bit slowly. We've picked up a knock there. It's Hadria Yardi. We don't really have somebody else to play there. I don't want an injury, so we'll put a right-footed player over there and just kind of see how that goes. Did it say what sort of injury it was? Potential groin. So it's one of those you have to take him off because it's only going to get worse. Here we go again from a corner. Tafiq this time takes over duties. Doki's there and just over the bar. Yeah, it's not ideal, obviously. One thing we do need to strengthen is the left side of midfield if we are going to play like this. There was one game in there, and I should have pointed it out. I can't remember now if it was the 10 Hoa game. I did try with 2 up top and the wing backs, and it worked okay, but it didn't work as well perhaps as I had hoped. Let's say guard against complacency here. Defense is looking stressed. Perfect. Just what we want is a stressed out looking defense. We've done okay. They haven't threatened us, or certainly in terms of a highlight. But yeah, it is kind of a second choice defense. Doki is right now neck and neck with, I forget the name, Kayo, I think it is. The guy we played at right back in the very, very first game. They're kind of neck and neck to see who's in the first choice team. I am putting, obviously, the priority team out against Home United because we want to try and top that group. Well, we need to try and top that group to guarantee progression. So here we go with Tafiq. Here's a chance for Tafiq. Oh, he rolls it in. There we go. It's Tafiq. It's his 4th of the year, and he is looking a decent player. To be fair, he's done well. Attribute-wise, he doesn't look anything special, but what he is just a solid performer at this particular level. 4th goal, as I said, Batcham. You can see another one of our attacking midfielders drops in a little bit of a deeper role because he and Melbourne, they have passing, they have vision. There's no reason why they can't play deeper in midfield. He's got decent enough work rate as well. His tackling's not great, but we'll deal with that. That's fine. Let's maybe throw out some praise. We're looking okay here. We've got some apprehensive players. Maybe a bit of praise will help that along. Is there anything else you want to change here? I don't necessarily think so right now. Again, it's one of these situations where ideally the players on the bench, most of them I want to be able to play against home, so I want them fresh. Batcham again. We are sort of in a little bit of a position in the league too where we can afford, hopefully we're not going to drop points here, but we can afford to play weakened teams and drop points because we are in such a good position right now. And the schedule, he's bent one in, it's off the post, off the keeper, and it can't be forced over the line. Because the schedule's not getting any lighter, especially in midfield, we really don't have enough players right now, which is it's not a problem. It is a problem. We can get around it, but we don't even have any really youngsters in the youth teams, in the under 21s. We don't have anybody in the under 18s. We don't have anybody in the under 21s that we can call in just to kind of sit on the bench or just do a job against someone like this. Andika, watch yourself there, mate. Oh, Doki's done really, really well. Flashbacks to Everton yesterday with that one. Batcham. What can he do? He's got a little bit of space to run into there. Can he pick out a pass for Putra? He can. It's a stunning pass. It's a decent strike, but straight at the goalkeeper. Composure and finishing at this level can be a little bit infuriating at times. Let's give one of our other youngsters here a go up top. Putras had his chance, he missed it. He's not match sharp. We've just started the under 20. I should have been playing friendlies for the under 21s in hindsight, to give some of the players that aren't getting games, but they've just started their league campaign, which means we'll be able to give some of the other guys some games now as well. I'm not anxiously, but I'm excited to see what our youth intake is like this year. Singhara's there, back for Sandria. It's there for Batcham. Ben's one, just past the post. For a second, then I thought he was going to curl that in. See what our youth intake is like. Our youth facilities are not too bad for this level. It's something at the end of the year I potentially would like to look at investing in the club off the field, but that is going to depend a little bit on what our youth intake is like, because there's a lot of work to do, I think, in this squad. It's not where I want it to be necessarily. So we'll definitely be looking to do that. There is a transfer window, basically July. I think it's June 30th to July 30th. So that's coming up soon. That's a good solid win in the derby, boys. That'll keep the fans happy. So there will be signings. What do we want to say to this? Don't let it go to your heads. I think it was a decent performance. It was a decent enough performance, I thought. They're a poor team, aren't they? We'll just see if we can weasel our way out of this. There we go. So Bali United triumph in the Kalimantan Timor derby. It's only 6 days for him, so that's fine. He'll be back for the next league game near enough. Sandria makes his league debut, or his professional. Oh, it was his first ever game. Young right winger making his debut on the left wing. That made that easy for him, didn't we? Tafiq with another good game. As I say, he's one of these guys that's just, he's not good. He's really not good. But I think maybe he just has enough technique, enough passing, enough long shots, enough first touch, enough vision just to kind of get by at this level. There's a lot of 9s and 10s there. So yeah, he's doing a good job for us so far, so we should be happy. Anyway, guys, wait right there. It's a massive game, away to home. That's right, away to home. Okay, welcome back. We are in Singapore, looking to leapfrog Home United to the top of the group and guaranteed progression into the ASEAN semi-final round. You can see we are the favourites. We're in excellent form. They're a little bit hit and miss just recently, but we don't want to take that for too granted. Now, I did want to show you the dynamics to show you how that's progressing. You can see team cohesion is still not great, but we've gone from abysmal to very poor. That, I think, my friends, is progress. Dressing room atmosphere is okay. We've got a couple of unhappy players who got left out of the squad. I actually didn't mean to leave this guy out. He would have been a very, very useful midfielder. But yeah, mistakes were made. Just stick with that. This guy, we don't care. He's a left back. To be honest, he's good physically, but otherwise he's a bit of a clown. So we're happy to let him go. So that is that. Was there anything else I wanted to show you? Oh yes. We have another injury, which is problematic because it's our goalkeeper. Samuel Remus has pulled his hamstring. He's out for 6 days to 2 weeks. That is particularly a problem, as we see when we have a look at the team we're sending out here. We'll have a look at what we're expecting from them first. Balanced passing style. We saw that last time when, of course, they passed us basically off the field. The problem with losing Remus, we do have a backup keeper. We do not have a third choice keeper. There's one in the squad that we called up from the youngster, from the... here we go. We can put a grayed out player on, can we? That is probably better than nothing, so let's go with that. The third choice that we registered in the squad, his contract ended up expiring and we just let him go. So obviously we just now have the two. So it's going to be Han Joran. Now this is the guy that played in goal when we played the Chinese team right at the start. So you may recognize the name from that. But he's going to come in for this huge game, which isn't ideal. Otherwise, we've got Fajaran, who has taken over first choice at left back. You can see he's a good left back and potentially getting better as well. Kayo he's come in as first choice centre back now. He's kind of kicked Doki out of the role. We know Pacheco and we know Adsit. Susan is coming in to play in this half-back role. He is very, very good at this position. You can see he can tackle, he can pass, he's got good vision as well, good work rate, anticipation's good. So very, very happy with him. It's Nuri and Melvin in midfield. It's Paolo Sergio, it's Hamdi, and it's Spasajevic as the false 9. He's been really, really good in that role, so let's see how he does now. So they are playing the same way that they did against us last time, which is good, because that means we know what to expect. Tell the team to pick up where they left off. Let's go a little bit of passionate. Now let's go with some calm. We have faith. We're the favourites for a reason. I expect nothing but a win. We could secure. We owe Home United. No, I didn't build up that in the... All right, pick up where you left off last time. I guess we can go with that. Let's go with some passionate. We have faith. Try and fire them up a little bit. I haven't really figured out the best way to talk to them yet. So hopefully... It doesn't look great though, does it? Now we need to keep our collective fingers crossed that we do not have an injury or a sending off in the goalkeeping role, because otherwise we are in some serious trouble here. William Pacheco is one of these players that I think, because he's a foreign player, now we have Demerson to come in next season once his medical-induced unavailability drugs test is no longer. I should actually Google it before I smear the good man's name. That's just my suspicion. Until he's available to play next season, at which case I think Pacheco is gonna be. Oh, don't do that to me, boys. We're 1-0 down. Oh dear, this is not what we needed. Let's give it a demand more, I guess. We look nice and compact in the middle. Apparently they can cross it in as well. I'm not quite sure what the defense is doing there. They've all kind of tackled each other and just left the man open. And we're 1-0 down. We need to go attacking now. We need to win the game. A draw doesn't really get it done for us. I wonder if we need to look to exploit the flanks here as well. We do, of course, have Paulo Sergio, who's a very, very good player. Let's give it a get creative. It looks suspiciously as though the team talk didn't work. They're just not fired up at all here, are they? Show some passion, boys. Come on. Can we get back level before the break? It's looking increasingly unlikely. It's been a relatively even game again. We've had one highlight. Here we go. Can Melvin get a little bit of magic here for us? He dinks one in. It's over the bar from our centre-back, Caio. And that ends the first half, and it hasn't been a good first half, has it? Was disappointing. Let's just go with 30. I'm not sure we have a relationship with them yet where I can scream at them. So we'll do that, and then I guess just calm. I have faith in you. I have faith in you, boys. Come on, don't let me down here. You're making me look silly in front of everybody on YouTube. Yeah. We'll leave it at that for now. I'm wondering if we need to push Spasajevic up a little bit more. Work to do here. If we go a second goal down, then we're in serious trouble, aren't we? Pacheco doesn't really clear it properly, and it's just over the bar. Just over the bar. Boys, come on. Let's get creative here. Come on. Hamdi is not a good left-sided player, I've decided. He can cross the ball, but that is literally it. He just doesn't get the job done for us. We need to make changes. We're going to play him as an advanced forward now. What else can we do? Do we need to push forward and open ourselves up here a little bit? What we might try and do is we might try and get stuck in. We might play a higher line. And we'll try that, see if that gets us anywhere. Come on, boys. Get creative here. You're making me look bad. Come on. Is there anything happening here whatsoever? Is anybody at home? Alright, let's bring Meliafeni on. He's been getting goals for fun, so we'll make that change. And we will stick in a number 10, I think, because it's just not working. Here we go with a highlight. Adsit there for Sasu. Adsit loses out. Meliafeni picks it up. Here we go. Melvin, it's a good pass over there to our left back, getting forward in for Hamdi. Hamdi for Melvin. Melvin ties it up. We'll hold up on those changes. That is 1-1, and that is much more like it. Go on, boys. I don't remember if it's his second goal. I did get one, didn't he, in that 7-goal absolute thrill fest. Good little pirouette there, wasn't it, from Melvin. Finds the left back. Hamdi, look at that. That's good composure. It's a good finish as well, isn't it? Keeper not given a chance. Maybe he just got a hand to it, looking behind the travel of the ball there. But we're back in this game, and with 15 minutes to go, there's still a chance. There's still a chance here. Come on, boys. Let's give it a push forward here when we can. Can we nick this ball high up the field? There we go. We have nicked it. Meliafeni! Oh! 7th goal of the year for him, and we are looking much better. We needed the high line, didn't we? I don't know what I was thinking. They're a passing team. We needed to be defending higher up the pitch. We've done that. We'll tell them to concentrate now. Look at that. We've nicked it expertly. Meliafeni, he's a one-man excitement machine, isn't he? What a goal that is. All his own making as well. Anticipated the throw, nicked the throw, and then stuck it in the back of the net as well. All right, so let's not go and throw this all away now, having got back in this. Come on, boys. Nuri in for Melvin. What's Melvin got for us? Over for Meliafeni. Here we go. This is as good as a goal if he's got some space. Come on. Dinks it in. It's a cracking ball for Hamdi. Oh! A really, really good chance. So they've changed their formation. How are they playing now? We need to change our marking here because that isn't going to work for us. We need to... Sorry, guys. I just saw the formation change there. We don't need these guys. Actually, you know what we might do? Given the state of the game here, we might just sit them back on midfield, on wide midfielders, and then we have the fullbacks left over. No, you got to go right side. Did I stick him on left side? It'll just sort of let us double up then, won't it? So we can cancel that. We can make that change. Yeah, it'll just sort of free up the fullbacks then as extra defenders. Let's start and close this thing down. Can we give them a shout? Not yet. Not yet. Let's maybe stay on our feet now. We don't want to give away free kicks if we can help it. Let's time waste. Let's be more disciplined. Let's play for set pieces. Are the fullbacks getting forward? No, they're not, so that's fine. Let's go defensive. And have we turned it around? I think we just may have. We've topped the group, boys. We've topped the group. My little tactical blunder there by playing the deep line. In the end, we've got away with it. And that was a big thank you to Melvin and Meliafeni for that. But that is a nice turnaround. I'm very... it was a bit of a let-off. No, I'm going to say you've done brilliantly to come back and win that, despite my handicapping of them. Bali United come from behind to grab the win. We've qualified for the semi-final of the Asian zone. It is a look over Nuri for the next Iraq squad. He's an absolute given for that, surely. And guys, that is it for today. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. Not the goals that we've seen previously, but not a bad defensive effort and some good performances there. I think what we'll do is we'll come back next time for the semi-final. What we'll do is we'll skip over the game in the middle there. We'll do both legs of the semi-final. And that is going to be exciting. Guys, if you have enjoyed that, don't forget to hit thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Tell your friends. Tell your Bali United supporting friends about the series. And of course, don't forget to ring the bell if you want to know when I upload new episodes. And until next time, guys, Open Aussie Bell. And thank you so much for watching. Take care.